right, what's going on, family? Welcome. Sorry about that. The broom is still in the way. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gavin Reshaw Presents. I'm Brother Gavin Reshaw. Waiting for some people to get in for a little bit. Hope everybody's doing good. A lot is going on. I saw the shooting that was going on in Jacksonville. 3 people died, including the murderer, the serial mass shooter. And I'm not going to talk about that too much, but my thoughts, my prayers are for those who died, that were killed by this maniac. Sometimes you wish somebody was there that could have taken this guy out before he had a chance to take, innocent people out, or they could just jump off a bridge somewhere. I don't know. I'm tired of seeing all of that. But special shout out to the victims and to their families. We pray for them. It's a difficult time. There's really I don't think, any way to stop something like that until people become our society's morals in the last decade, and not even I won't say last decade, excuse me. For the last 30 or 40 years, I think after the sexual revolution, something changed within our society and our family hierarchy that causes something like this, where these kids are not growing up with fathers in the home. They're not growing up with, a strong male role model, or their mothers are not teaching them right from wrong. They don't have that 2-parent system anymore. I'll never forget when someone was talking with me, asking me about my family, and I told them, well, my mom and dad are still married. And they actually asked me that question, like, do you still have 2 parents? And this was about 4 or 5 years ago. They're still together. Like, things like that back in the day, you didn't even ask. That wasn't even thought of. But now, because our system is so broken, everybody you can think of, every woman who's in my age group or who I know that I would like to date, they have baggage with them. They have kids. But I don't know what's gonna fix that. Shout out to the person that's in the chat room. We got 1 viewer. Yeah. Say something if you can. I know who you are. Any rate, guys, I'm not gonna be too long. There's a lot I could talk on. There's some videos I could do, but I wanted to do this one, and I titled it "The Right Not to Be Offended" with a question mark. Yesterday, I posted an article on Friday or Thursday of some kind about Chili from TLC. Now, Chili had already been on some stuff last year when she talked about when they asked her about police shootings and Black Lives Matter, and she said all lives matter. She said it can't just be about Black, it's Hispanic, it's Chinese and Puerto Rican and Mexicans who get hurt too. She's on that whole kumbaya, encompassing thing. And by her own description, she considers herself mixed. Okay, I wasn't really worried about that, but some things that she was saying, she was talking about, it was quoted in the Atlantic Black Star about how she's dating a white man now, and how she thinks more Black women should be open-minded about dating outside their race. And she said, find love wherever you can, and basically be open-minded about it. And I took issue with it. And I said it and talked about it in a jokingly fashion, but I was being serious about it because, I find that a lot of sisters, some sisters, not all of them, they'll go to a white man after, they feel like they don't have love. They feel like there's no Black love. And some of them think men ain't shit. And I saw some of that yesterday. And when I commented on it, I thought we were having a good discussion, but many of these women that were commenting in the section, you would think that they started the TLC fan club the way they were coming at me talking about what I was saying and insulted, thinking it was being chauvinist, the things I said about her, stepping her money game up, stepping her money and beauty game up because it's failing. So she went with the swirl. But nevertheless, okay, I was being funny with it, but I was being serious too. Never, and I'm not going to explain, what I said, but to get to the point, people were that angry and upset that when I even took the post down, or when I stopped talking about it or tried to, they were even inboxing me in my DM about it. Like, are you that fucking serious that you gotta debate with me for 30 minutes to a fucking hour on your job because you want to defend Chili and some comments that I fucking said? You thought I was talking about you. Like, are you that fucking serious? First and foremost, Chili probably would never even, you probably even have not even met Chili. And damn sure too, she probably don't even give a damn about you. And she wouldn't even probably give a damn about what I was saying. So what the fuck are you doing, excuse my language, anybody that watches it, defending her? You would thought I called a woman a bitch or a hoe, which I never did. I never cursed at anybody. And what was amazing to me were some of the comments that were made. A lot of the women were actually shitting on black men. I mean, are you fucking crazy? B1 for life. What's up, bro? How you doing? All right. Yeah, but get back what I was saying. They were actually that pissed off that I said that I was talking about her. And they were talking about how, the dating pool sucks. I live in Atlanta, and she talk about I living in Atlanta and how men in Atlanta, that's what Chili is. They're gay. The dating pool is tampered with. I said, well, maybe the pool, you in a different pond. Maybe you need to go to another pond. They got good brothers out there. They got professionals out there, professional black men, me included, that would be willing to date a loving sister who's got her head on straight, that's got a career for herself, that knows what she wants, that knows how to treat a man right. There are brothers that want that. But because you're too busy and superficial and you want to look for something and you have a particular taste, you cut that off and you cut those brothers off because you think they're corny or because they don't fit the standard. They're not a thug. I'm just going to be real with it. That's happened even with me. I had girls that passed me up because, I wasn't hood. To me, I don't know what the fuck is hood. What is hood? I got to be tatted up. I got to smoke cigarettes from the corner store. I got to hang at the store all day. What the fuck is hood? I still stay with my mama till I'm 40. I'm not stereotyping people. I'm not trying to even do that. But what is hood? What is a thug? Because I don't have no record. Come on now. Got another person in the chat room. Say something. I actually wish Nicole, she's probably not going to be on here, but I wish Nicole would, from Nicole's View, shout out to her. I talk with her every now and then. We got 3 people. All right. Regina Palmer, hello. How you doing? And okay, bro, I'm glad you're saying you're good. That's great. Regina, you fine? Okay. Pretty sure you are. No, but get back what I'm saying. Yeah, what is hood? And another thing too, it's not that serious when you're on Facebook. And I'm learning this and I'm fall for it too, but it's best not to even get into arguments at times with people because feelings get hurt, you lose friends. People show you who they truly are on social media. That's why all of these white supremacists, these people that you see, like the Asian woman that was at the hotel in Atlanta, she got fired from her job at Porsche when she forced that black group out. Although nothing happened to the manager of the hotel, if I'm not mistaken, or of that club. And another thing, this side on another side, family, let's look at some black hotels. Let's look at some black hotels, motels, inns. Uh, if there's a bed and breakfast that when you're in town, you can try and go to. So that way you don't experience anything like that. I think there is one black hotel here in New Orleans that just opened. I can't think of the name of it. Uh, it opened downtown. So if I can find the name of it, I'll let you guys know. Let me look at it right quick. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, here it is. This hotel is in New Orleans. It's called the Moore. All right, it's the Moore. It's on Canal Street. Two Howard University alums, Damon Lawrence and Marcus Carey, founded their hotel in Oakland. So they're actually going to be opening another hotel in Oakland. I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. It says founded in Oakland by Howard University alums Damon Lawrence and Marcus Carey. Homage Hospitality has plans to open a second property in Oakland called the Town Hotel in 2019. So shout out to them. Try and go to them if you stay in those areas, if you can. They need our business. But no, let me get back to what I was saying. So I had people, that was that offended by me. And I, being an attorney, being that they are fellow attorneys in my profession, I try to ignore the shit and really not go deep because we have to respect each other. Attorneys owe, that's just in our profession and the rules that we have to follow. We owe each other courtesy. However, being that I owe courtesy doesn't mean I have to act stupid and let you say and talk over me. It doesn't mean that I don't have an opinion and have a right to my opinion. And on the side of the interracial dating, let me just be clear. I have nothing against white people. I have issues with white supremacy. They're white folks, and I'll be honest, and some of you already know, there are white people in our family, in your families. I have cousins that are married to white people. I treat them with respect like I would treat anybody else with respect. I've never had hatred in my heart for someone because of what they look like. I would never do that. What I do hate is white supremacy. What I do hate and don't like is if you are a person that wants to marry outside your race because you have a hatred for yourself, or you feel that the white ice is colder per se. It isn't none of my business, but that is part of the problem why our society and why we can't get along with things. There are, you can marry and date whoever you want. You have that right to do it. But now that we live in the era that we live in, when we see police shootings of young black men, we see black women dying in jail, like Sandra Bland. You had the shooting of Corinne Gaines. So I know black women go through that. But black men are targeted because we are always just as worse because we are the biggest threat. We are the men. And the men are the patriarchy of the family. They're the head of the family, whether you like it or not. If you're in bed at night and you hear something go bump in the night, or you hear glass break, sisters, be real. You gonna go up and check it, or you gonna shake your man so he can go to check it? Which one are you gonna choose? Too many sisters. I don't hate any. Yeah, thank you, B1. I don't hate anybody that's married outside their race. I don't practice that. Frederick Douglass was married to a white woman. Who else was married to a white woman? Bob Marley used to mess with white women. Bob Marley is biracial. I'm not gonna hate Barack Obama is biracial. we're all, and to what Chili said, to get back what to my point is, we're all mixed, but there's no country called mixed. Everybody's mixed with something. You know, being from Louisiana, we got Creole, which is a mixture, another way of saying African French and Native American or American Indian. Uh, I have family members on my dad's mother's side, the DeGroote family. I'm part of the group. On my dad's side, the men who came over from the DeGrootes were French. They were French men, and they married free women of color. So obviously, if they didn't marry them, I wouldn't be here. That's just the way God worked, and genetics works, obviously too. How God commanded, and nature demands it. That's why we need a man and a woman in marriage, and children need to grow up with a mother and father. I just thought it was crazy what she was saying. Now she has a right to her opinion, but does this have to be a movement? Does this have to be a thing? And if you've seen Chili's VH1's Chili Finds Needs Love or something like that, she passed up a lot of brothers. Brother Tariq Rain, shout out to him. He talked about it. Tariq, now she talks about interracial dating. He has nothing against it, but where he gets lost at and what he doesn't like, obviously, and I can't speak for Tariq, but if I remember correctly, he talks about it in one of his episodes of these women that go to Zaddy, and basically they get brainwashed into thinking, they sleep with a white man, and they get to thinking, racism no longer exists, or all to the point of all lives matter. We know all lives matter, but at what point on what level do black lives matter? Because obviously white lives matter more than black lives. So seriously, some of these girls that would inbox me, y'all should grow the fuck up. That were that mad. Grow up. If you can't get along with somebody in life and learn and understand that everybody is not going to agree with you, then you got a problem. You got a big problem coming to you, because the world doesn't revolve around you. It doesn't even revolve around Gavin Richard. We're just the first person shooter in a rich man's game. And you just got to know how to play it. But no, I don't have any hatred I even hate Chili. I wish her the best of luck. And really, she ain't even going to see this video probably. But yeah, I don't have no hatred of nobody that dates, but do we have to always be this? Does there always have to be this bashing of black men? Does it have to be this thing where men ain't shit? Do I have to go find love because I don't think a black man will love me like a white man will? And you kind of see, and here's another point. I'm just bringing this up. The right not to be offended. If you are in a relationship with someone of another race, if you are and you're black, I just want to know, how do you deal? I'm not trying to shit on anyone or shame anyone, but if you have an incident where you're called the N-word, how do they react to it? I'm just curious. I saw what happened with Serena Williams. The French Open banned her cat suit, which, they said it was too distracting. But when you watch the tennis matches, they have these, Anna Kournikova, who couldn't play tennis worth a damn. I don't think she even won a real major, or Maria Sharapova. They're wearing these mini skirts with their asses all out. Serena puts a cat suit on. Everybody's scared of the curves. No, we can't do that. And she's not the first one to put a cat suit on. It was a white woman in the 80s who wore a cat suit. They weren't mad because they couldn't see the ass. So I'm saying they fear the curves. Serena, her husband, who's white, I believe he owns, I think he founded Reddit, if I'm not mistaken. He's been silent. So, how do you react to something like that when you get a blatant act of racism against your partner and you're not black? How do you console them? I'm not shaming you. I'm just curious. Anybody knows if you are out there, like, how do you deal with it? Just curious. Guys, I didn't want to be long, but we're in America, and everybody has a right to their opinion, but and a right, freedom of speech. And freedom of speech also means freedom to choose not to exercise it, meaning your right to be silent. When your cops stop you, what do they tell you when they read the Miranda rights? You have the right to remain silent. So you don't always have to comment on shit. If somebody sees something and you're scrolling on Facebook, you don't like it, I see stuff all the time that's stupid, but I just don't comment on it because I know it's going to be a back and forth. And I'm guilty of it, though. I don't do it all the time. So I'm not going to sit up here and cast judgment on people. B1 says, I notice a lot of black men, they will be with a black woman, and when they get some money, they run to the white woman, giving back that little money. Angry face. Huh? There's some truth to that, but who knows? But frankly, I'm not even mad at that or talking about that, but I wanted to talk about the right not to be offended. People that were mad with me, grow up. And y'all probably won't even look at this. They probably won't even see this. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. I'm just gonna chill and watch $10,000 Pyramid. Do something creative. By the way, shout out your black business if you got one on this page. We gotta support each other. It's the time. One thing I want to say, we should all look into buying whatever area, neighborhood we're in. And Dr. Boyce Watkins talks about this. He's had Kenny Gamble on. He, who was the founder of Philadelphia International Records, great man. He wrote hundreds and thousands of songs that you see on the radio, hear on the radio, that your parents probably heard on the radio. You probably don't know them, but if you grew up in a black, obviously in a black home, your parents had those 45s, those records that they would play on their phonograph. They'll have, the OJs or the Delphonics. You have the Stylistics, the Philadelphia Soul. Well, Kenny Gamble was responsible for all that. Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff, Tom Bell, Linda Creed, a white, and then I think this is a white woman. She wrote many of the lyrics to the Stylistic songs. Betcha by Golly Wow. She Stop, Look, Listen. People Make the World Go Round. That's, I think, is my favorite Stylistic song after You Make Me Feel Brand New. I think that one's beautiful. But that's but he has tried to buy back, or he has started buying up blocks in Philadelphia for the black community. He gives back all the time. He actually left. I read their company's website. I believe, let me pull that up, and I'm going to put it in the chat box room. You can check it out. Universal Companies, that's his. Yeah. So he gives back. Yeah, great music. Matter of fact, we're going to have to, I think we should do a topic on, and I'm going to do another chat maybe with Nicole's view. We could talk about great black musicians. Shout out to Nicole. Shout out to even Drew. Drew Hopkins would be great too. We could do a trilateral. By the way, video conference. By the way, anybody knows Harvey from Superboy, Your World? Harvey Superboy? I'm trying to get in touch with him. Anybody that knows him, if you have his contact info or know a way to get in touch with him, try and have him shoot me an email. Y'all can chat, put it in the chat room if you know. Yeah, it was those songs were great, and you're not gonna even get stuff like that anymore. We gotta create new jobs, we gotta create new media. You saw today too, this is off topic, but Jemele Hill got fired from ESPN. She's not coming back. what does that say about ESPN? But Jamel Hill had that Madame Noir article. She didn't write it, but I think she co-signed it on how they said black men were the new terrorists. See, that's the thing that I'm just tired of seeing. I'm just tired of seeing crap like that where, black men did this, black men did that, black men ain't shit. Well, like Cat Williams said, well, if you with an ain't shit nigga, maybe the problem is you. Yeah, Regina, she's gone from what was reported in the news. It's on her Twitter account. I think in September, she's no longer going to be there. If you remember correctly, she was actually demoted because they had that show, His and Hers. And then they kicked her off. She made some comments about Trump. She was on SC6. She was on mainstream with Michael. Who's the black dude that's on ESPN? His co-anchor. He's from New Orleans. Oh, I'm gonna find it right now. Michael Smith. Yeah. Yeah, but Jamel is actually part of that whole white liberal, I'm the black feminist thing. And she'll say some good points that I think we all co-sign on, but then, it was some sneaky shit like that with the whole the Madame Noir thing that just got me. I remember when she was talking bad about black males. Yeah, I mean, I'm just so sick of this shit. And it's not just black men. If you look at this whole everything that's been going on, even with some things in the Me Too movement, it's just it's really more anti-heterosexual movement. It doesn't matter if it's white or black, although the consequences are much different from whites versus black. But blacks are the ones that, obviously are going to get hit with the most severe consequences. But it is like every day somebody says something, somebody does something, and that's it for the dude. That's it for the man. Like this week, Harvey Weinstein's accuser from Italy, Asia Argenteo, I believe is her name. Argento, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's alleged that while she's saying Harvey Weinstein raped her, there's another a teenage actor said, well, she was fucking me. She raped me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was underage. I was 17. She was 37. And he's saying this stuff now 10 years later. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but apparently they got pictures of it. They're text messages from what they allege. And I use the word allege because I don't know the facts of the case. And I want to give people, obviously, the benefit of the doubt before I would say something foolishly and say someone's guilty of something. But, I mean, it doesn't look good for her. But you don't hear anything from, the liberals or from the Me Too movement about it. They're very silent. Where is Don Lemon doing interviews on Asia Argenteo or Harvey Weinstein like he did Bill Cosby? Or where is CNN like they did on her, dealing with her like they were with Morgan Freeman? Yeah, Nicole is my girl. Yeah, Nicole's my girl. She's a sweetheart. Who else I like? I like obviously Tariq, Boyce Watkins to a degree. I think Boyce is okay. He's cool. Talene Rain, I listen to some things. Professor Black Truth, I listen to his stuff from time to time. Harvey Superboy, that's my dude. I don't know him, but if you guys know him or anybody that knows him, try and see if you can get in touch with me. I'll give you my email. If there's a way that he can hit me up, he can hit me up on one of the videos on the notifications. I can see it. So, yeah. So, anyway, guys, that's it for me right now. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Hold on. Yeah, Nicole dropped some gems. By the way, did y'all see what happened when Madonna gave that tribute to Aretha Franklin? That wasn't a tribute to Madonna. That was Madonna's eulogy for Aretha, featuring Madonna mostly. Yeah, that was awful. I got a better question. How many of you even know that there was an MTV Music Awards again? How many of you knew? How many of y'all know it was still on? Because I'm a '90s baby. I was born in the '80s, so I caught like the tail end. I think everybody that was born in '85, '81 on down, if you were born anywhere between '81 and '90, then you all caught probably the greatest. We caught the tail end of when music was great and when award shows actually meant something. You know, they don't mean anything anymore. You know, the Oscars are, you know, more pro LGBTQ or feminist. You know, they give awards out for basically somebody that they know, boyfriends. Like I couldn't believe Denzel lost for Fences and they gave it to Casey Affleck. And Casey Affleck had allegations against him. So Hollywood is supposed to be high and mighty when they give awards to someone that has sexual harassment allegations, but they want to take Bill Cosby's name off of the Academy, just like they did Roman Polanski. And Roman Polanski actually, unlike Bill Cosby, he pled guilty. I don't know. I think my live stream must be slow because you guys are answering questions to stuff already answered to. Yeah, but award shows, they're not good anymore. No, they don't. Do you think they're good, Regina? No, I don't think they are. No? Okay. What about you, B1? You think they're good? He'll probably say no. He hasn't said anything. No, but but this whole thing too that we see, especially what happened with Madonna and Aretha Franklin, we need to actually start and be serious about what we can do to bring, uh, control our own programming. How we can bring shows like, uh, for instance, I was talking about this with someone I think a couple of days ago. I asked somebody, I was in a barbershop. I asked them because we were reminiscing about the old shows like they're trying to reboot. I don't know if you know this. They want to reboot Good Times. They want to reboot Good Times, All in the Family, and the Jeffersons. I read that Norman Lear had a deal with, I believe, Sony Television to try and bring those shows back. Yeah, what she said was very disrespectful. Madonna wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for Niles Rodgers. And keep in mind, her tribute to Prince at the the Billboard Awards last year or year before last. That was terrible. That was terrible. Even her tribute to Michael Jackson wasn't all that. I guess they tried to give her, they gave it to her because she was the queen of pop. I think that's what the angle that they were going for with Madonna. But yeah, her Prince was awful. Even Stevie Wonder had to say, "What the fuck was that?" I can't believe they brought her out there, and I have to problem with this because Stevie came out, and that key for Purple Rain, that wasn't her key. That wasn't Madonna's key when Stevie started singing Purple Rain for Prince. And poor Stevie, he's lost a lot of friends over the years because he's just, he was close with Aretha Franklin and Prince. He was close with Michael Jackson, Ray Charles, James. I don't know about if he was close with James Brown, but Michael showed up to James Brown's funeral. I'm pretty sure Stevie Wonder met all of those artists, but Stevie is the only one really I can say that much talent is left, like the icons, because everybody else is gone. Marvin Gaye gone. Well, Smokey Robinson is still here. Smokey was probably one of the greatest lyricists, songwriters in American music history, arguably. But he's not bad, But would I put him in the same vein as like Michael or Prince? No, I don't know about that. Diana Ross is still here, but Diana Ross could sing, but she wasn't a singer. Like Patti LaBelle is a singer. Aretha Franklin was a singer. She could sing. They could sing. Patti LaBelle could sing. The only ones I think that are, there's one of a few left. I mean, Charlie Wilson is still around, but Charlie, I don't know. He's not even in the same icon group as like Mike or Prince, but Charlie was just as great and important to R&B. Frankie Beverly is still alive, but Frankie is not, greatest. I think Frankie Beverly and Maze featured Frankie Beverly is the second greatest R&B group. We're gonna have to do a whole topic on music groups. I probably have to have Nicole on here or Drew from Drew's news show. Shout out to Drew. That's my dog. Yeah, but we don't really have anything left. We have let's see. As I was saying, I think Charlie Wilson, the Gap Band, they're the third. I have them as the third greatest R&B group. Second, I had Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. And first, I had Earth, Wind, and Fire. I just had to give it to Earth, Wind, and Fire. And we're talking about band. Now, if we're talking about an R&B singing group, okay, and I didn't give my top 5 bands, but Earth, Wind, and Fire, Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, the Gap Band. Number 4, I'm talking about 5. I'm talking about top 5. Fourth may have been like Cameo. I don't even know, guys. Maybe 5th, just rounding it off. Y'all round it off for me. I can't even think who. I don't want to say mint condition. They may be 10, but if we're talking about a band, I would say, I had Cameo, maybe. Isley Brothers aren't really a band. No, they're like a singing group. So, but if we're talking about R&B singing group, The Temptations. Okay. Temptations are number 1. I think it's a toss-up for second would be just looking at the Motown sound, maybe the trying to think of who else. Maybe Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. They could be third or second. Third, I think after that, maybe the Four Tops. I have to put the Jackson 5 on there just because they had Mike. And number 5 would be, who would be the on the bands? James Brown's band, the JBs. They would be up there, and maybe the Ohio Players. But as far as band, but R&B group, I would say the Temptations, the Isley Brothers would be there, the Four Tops, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and the Jackson 5. I'm talking about R&B group. I'd have to have Mike on there. So, guys, that's it for me. Please keep following me, liking. I got to set up, I'm going to have to do this, but I'm going to have to set up a Patreon account eventually because you say Anthony. Anthony Hamilton is not an R&B group, Regina. He's a singer. We're talking about singers. I wouldn't even put Anthony Hamilton in my top 5. Singers, I'd have to, if we're talking about singing, if you're talking about a singer, R&B, I Aretha would be probably number one because she was just the greatest singer overall. I think Marvin Gaye would be number two. You have, hold on a second. You know what? And I'm going to rephrase what I said earlier about R&B group. I had the Four Tops on there. I wouldn't put them on there. No, I would have to give this. I have to put the Stylistics probably at number two because just the consistency. They had, I believe, 11 straight songs that went to the top of the R&B charts. They got to be on the top five. I would put the Jackson 5 probably fourth. Third would be, I think, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Fifth would probably be maybe the Four Tops, but I'm not. Four Tops, that's even older. And I think of, but R&B band, yeah. Even Mint Condition, they were all right, but they only had like maybe one or two hits. Pretty Brown Eyes. That's all I remember. R&B groups, okay. But R&B group, yeah, the Stylistics have to be up there. Even the Delphonics, they would be bubbling. They would probably be like six. Hey Love and, La La Means I Love You. And believe it or not, those were Michael Jackson's favorite singers. He loved the Stylistics. He actually, they met the Delphonics and got the Jackson 5 brothers, met the Delphonics and actually got their clothes from them. You know what? And I'm going to have to keep revising my top five. And then it's not good. The Temptations, I said, forgot who I said was second. R&B group. I said the Stylistics. And you know what? I said the Jackson 5 for fifth. I put Smokey Robinson and Miracles third. Maybe even the OJs would be in the top five. Heck, there's a lot you can pick. You could even pick the Whispers because they were great R&B singers, but nobody knows who they are. We know because we're Black. We saw these guys. But singers, Marvin Gaye, Aretha, Marvin Gaye, I think Al Green. You also have, the OJs. Yeah, you had Al Green. You also had Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass would be maybe like fourth, and then fifth, just because even though he was the king, Stevie Wonder would be fifth. Mike, because Mike is the greatest entertainer. And he's not my top five singer, but if we're talking about pop, he's obviously number one because he's the king of pop. But yeah, we're talking about R&B singers. Yeah. R&B groups, yeah, the Delphonics. Many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you passed them by. Though you're in the center ring, and your lines don't mean a thing, why don't you let me try? Let me try. Boom, 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 boom. The things I am saying are true, and the way I explain them to you. All right, I ain't gonna even pretend like I said that. My voice is raspy already talking, guys. But look, y'all, Regina and B1, y'all probably gonna laugh the shit out of me when I aim this stream video. People go out, the trolls are gonna be out after I post this video goes live. Oh man. But anyway, hopefully they won't listen past 44 minutes and 30 seconds. But you guys, you enjoy your night. I want you all to be safe. Do something productive and enjoy the weekend. Do something nice for somebody. All right. God bless you all and be blessed. No, I just said be blessed. God bless you all and have a good night. See y'all later. Peace. Till next time.